Okay.
Hello, guys. We are back with another episode of the Keystone podcast.
My name is AJ.
My name is Ken.
And we are at the Keystone Studios.
Yes, Mississauga shout out.
What's your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, hey, do you need to know?
No, I haven't. I'm just doing a way back playback, even though it's just like a month ago.
I know, right? That was episode 0. Can't believe it, eh?
0.
Can't believe it.
Yeah. So it's been a week. Tell me what you do. What you do since then.
What? We should probably start off where we left off, and that was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling. Friday bowling.
Oh my goodness.
And we had a crazy bowling sesh, man.
Yes.
One of our brothers, Andre, joined us at the alley, and we had, man, I think it was like 7 games.
It was 7 games.
And things got hectic. Like, things got mad hectic.
Yeah. So for those that know, and if you've listened to our old podcast, I've been saying I've been going to the bowling alley for the past 2 months, and I have been consistent in breaking 100.
Well, brother,
but
I think
this past Friday was finally when the fruits appeared.
Yeah, man. I don't think you did under 100. Did you?
Yeah, maybe like one game. The one game that you did like 150 in.
Oh, right on.
Like,
right on.
Yeah. That I didn't do well in.
Yeah.
But I truly believe that it's because a friend of mine finally gave me feedback about like how I bowl.
Okay.
And she was like, AJ, like you kind of run sideways and you drop the ball.
Yeah.
When you go bowling. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me that sooner?
Man.
Like I could have changed up like my bowling stance.
Yeah.
And I actually tried to change it up, and I did not run sideways, and I rolled the ball instead of dropping the ball.
Yeah.
And I bowled straight, and it worked really well.
Yeah, you were doing so well, man.
Yes.
You were killing it.
And what was wild was that there were a good amount of strikes in every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all like firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Man.
You would break you or Andre would always break the first frame in a strike.
Yeah.
And I was always there like, oh, how do I do this?
Time to deliver. And you delivered. I remember there's one time you and Andre, you guys were like back to back striking on each other.
Yeah. And I remember when he first did it, he was like, yo, come at me. I was like, I don't know if I can, man. Bro. And then I got a strike.
Crazy.
And then he got a strike. And I was like, oh, I can't do a second one. Like that's just impossible. Yeah. And then I got another strike.
Yeah.
And then he got a third. I was like, wow, what is going on here?
Yeah, it was crazy. And that was like his first time bowling in
a long time.
Yeah. So
I think we all improved. We all beat our old scores before.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know. I was my bowling stance is a little funky in that I think I mix it up so frequently.
Yeah.
But next week's.
But honestly, if you can stay consistent in that, I have no doubt that you will break 150, if not higher. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah. Let's see what Friday brings, man.
Yeah. If for those that want to come join us.
Yeah.
Brunswick Bowling, 10 after 10. Meet us at the alley.
Yep. 50 Bramtree Court.
Yes.
Or something up in
You'll
Brampton.
find the Keystone podcast crew there.
Yeah.
Amen.
Maybe
amen.
we'll do a live podcast. No,
that'd be too wild.
We won't do that.
Yeah, I was thinking of like possibly getting my own bowling ball.
Yeah, I'm on Kijiji.
Looking?
I'm on Kijiji looking, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Mainly for shoes because like if you're dropping
$5 every week
every time, it might make sense to invest in some shoes.
It does make sense though.
Some people are selling like ball and shoe combos for like $40.
What?
Yeah.
Yo,
I'll
send
send you the links.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Sounds good.
We might have to do that still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else? How did your weekend turn out? It was good. You had fun.
Yeah.
What did you do? Anything cool?
Now that I think about it, I think I was just. I feel like Saturday I was doing something. Just can't remember what it was.
Man, Saturday my weekend was another ministry based weekend. Saturday I was helping out. Oh yeah, we had men's group Saturday.
There you go.
Yeah,
I was
Saturday
like,
morning.
there's something that we did together.
Yeah, we went to mass in the morning, and then
we basically saw each other every day.
Yeah.
Like since.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Sunday we also had
and then we had
thing.
we had board games. We had our own men's pray and play.
Yeah.
Adoration at Maximum Kobe, and then board games at Ken's house.
Yeah. That was a good time. Yeah, I kind of needed that, man, because Saturday and Sunday were both ministry days, as I was saying. I help out over at St. Patrick's.
Yeah.
Shout out Spig, Maria, and crew. Yeah, with their Verso program, it's not Life Teen. Life Teen's dead. And then,
but God is truly love.
That's right. That's right. And then Sunday was youth group or youth ministry at Peter and Paul. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then saw you again on Monday.
What was Monday?
For a little bit.
What was Monday?
Bro,
been seeing you a lot.
Yeah,
so many days.
Adoration. We generally see each other in the mornings.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
Mm-hmm. And then you had to leave early.
Yeah.
And I dropped off my car.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the week was good. Just same old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Work and school.
Yeah. Actually, today I was able to see a good old friend of ours.
Oh man.
Calvin.
Oh, Calvin.
Yeah, I haven't seen Calvin forever.
Man. Nice.
But yeah, so we were able to catch up. So Andre, myself, and Calvin went to have Congee Queen.
Oh, sweet.
And so we ate there and just caught up. We were all part of Regen at one point, and now we're doing our own things.
Yeah.
So it was good to just recollect, see how everyone is.
Yeah.
And honestly, since the last time I saw him, like, he's grown a lot. Like, and
really,
it's so beautiful. Like, he's starting to ask God and be open to the prayers.
Yeah.
And like, he's asking those tough prayers where he will need to not just challenge himself in wanting to do those desires, but actually doing them.
Right.
So it's not just having the desires, but actually applying the virtues.
Right. Which brings us to our topic of the week, virtues, man.
Yes.
Virtues. Not last week, but the week before, we were talking about friendships, right? And we were
saints, and before that was friendships.
Yeah. And then we kind of came to the conclusion that we should all be striving to have virtuous friendships, right? Because a friendship of utility is not that fruitful, and also a friendship of pleasure is not that fruitful either, right? So with virtue and friendship, like, how do we apply virtue in friendship? What are the virtues that we can apply for friendship? And what does that really look like, AJ?
So let us first define what virtue is.
Okay.
I believe virtue is the disposition to do good, but the habit to frequently do it. That it becomes a joy. It becomes easy. Okay. Like, basically our habits determine like what we do, right, and who we become. Right. And so before you even have a virtuous friendship, I think you have to become a virtuous person.
Yeah.
Right. So it's through, and I think you and I can agree that virtue is hard. Yeah. It's something that challenges us to constantly choose the good over the bad. But when we become more virtuous, is to choose the greater over the good, the greater good over the normal good, right? And so I think for me, I can only really speak for myself. I think I've been really growing in virtue the more time I've spent with the Lord. Yeah. Because he is, the image that we're called to be as well. And so he shows us like what it means to be meek, what it means to be chaste, what it means to be a man of great strength, courage, integrity, prudence, temperance, justice. And so I think before you have a virtuous friendship, you yourself must strive for virtue, right? And so what does that look like? So as individuals, our decisions that we make normally build our character and what will we become, right? If you're constantly playing video games all day, do you think you're going to be a great public speaker? Because probably not. Yeah, you'll probably be a great gamer, but not a good public speaker, right? So, and that actually is really cool because today we had that, for those that went to Mass, the scriptural reading was from Philippians 2:12 and 18. And it says, "So, my dear friends, you have always been obedient. Your obedience must not be limited to times when I am present. Now that I am absent, it must be more evident. So work out your salvation in fear and trembling. It is God who, for his own generous purpose, gives you the intention and the power to act. Let your behavior be free of murmuring and complaining." So, like, even just looking at that, like, it's not enough for you to have those good desires. It's not enough to desire chastity. Yeah. It's not enough to desire, meekness or integrity. Like, these things need to be worked on. Yeah. Right? Totally, and the saints are virtuous people. They pursued virtue, right? They pursued sanctity. They pursued the Lord.
Like, nonstop. right?
Yeah.
Relentless.
Yeah, and so
that
it's not
pursuit.
just it was not just in their hearts; they actually acted on it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And wouldn't you say that's the same thing for our friendships? Like, it's not enough that I desire your good, like I want your good, but I don't pursue it for you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Would you say we're good friends if you just desired that for me, but never challenged me?
Yeah. Like how do we grow? How do we build one another, right? If we're okay with where our friends are at and we're never like challenging them, I think we become comfortable with nice, to bring that back in, right? We become comfortable with sort of mediocrity, but we don't even know that, right? We don't even know that, and I think society doesn't do too much of a great job, right? Like earlier on in the earlier podcasts, and just through my own journey with you, man, virtue, I never thought about it, man. Never thought that, you know, I could be a virtuous person, right? It never dawned on me until my reversion, and just in the other aspects of my life, I can see how easily virtue would change things if I had it earlier on, right? Even in like basic things like school, right?
Yeah, faithfulness.
Yeah, like if I were
Perseverance.
if I was as faithful to my studies, I got like God only knows, right? Where
Amen. Amen.
Where
I feel
would
the
be with
same
that,
way,
right?
my brother.
Yeah, I feel like we don't do enough to like, it's like increase awareness of like this basic human concept.
Yeah,
to strive
because
for, right?
I think virtue is it's not common in the world anymore.
Yeah,
Like people have natural virtues, but let's talk about like the supernatural virtues, like when grace builds on nature.
Yeah.
Like if you have the natural talent,
yeah,
and grace builds upon that, like it can do amazing work,
yeah,
you know? And so within our friendship, like I was reading, like, you know, that Bible quote, Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, so does man sharpen another.
right.
So like I heard, or at least I read, that a sharpened blade cannot grow sharper by being sharpened by a dull blade.
Right.
It needs to be sharpened by an equally sharp blade for it to become sharper.
Well, yeah, just to add some like real life context to that, like we use sharpening stones to sharpen blades, right? And these sharpening stones are made of like incredibly hard materials, right? Super hard materials. So yeah, of course you need like to sharpen something, to bring something to that edge, you need something even harder than that. Yeah.
So for many people, they don't have virtue, they can't grow in virtue because they don't see virtue around them.
Yeah.
And I think we need to surround ourselves with good friendships that pursue virtue, that pursue holiness, that pursue greatness.
Yeah.
And one of the most common friendships is the most foundational friendship is our relationship with the Lord.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's been really sharpening our friendship, and if not our friendship with Andre as well.
Of course.
The fact that like we see each other in adoration, like at 8 a.m. or something like that, and we see one another there, like, bro, there's something special there.
Yeah. And it goes back to that third transcendent.
Yes.
It is God that is actually uniting this brotherhood that we formed, right? And I would really encourage people to pursue that.
Yeah.
With their own friends.
Amen. Yeah. And I was talking to Andre and Calvin about like the right order of things. Like put God first, and then after you laying down the foundation of God, like setting the stone, and then after that build your relationship with your brother or your friend. Yeah. And then like iron that out. Yeah. And then pursue a good beyond each other. Yeah. And that's what I think one of the most beautiful friendships.
Pursuing the good beyond each other.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Not only seeing each other as good. Yeah. But now like seeing each other shoulder to shoulder and running this race to heaven. Yeah. Because we think about games, but we're really in this game of life. Yeah. And virtues takes practice. We're talking about practice right now.
About practice.
Yes, we're talking about practice.
Oh, man. Shout out Allen Iverson. Yes. I love that.
So tell me about Allen Iverson and that motto.
Well, like with Allen, this guy was such a legend, right? At basketball,
Philly,
right? And I think there was a conference where the reporters were actually just talking to him, like, "Hey, why are you not showing up at practice?" Right? Because as someone who is sort of a leader on the team,